Good morning. I have got a great message for you this morning. If you are in a relationship, if you have a significant other, then you definitely want to stay and listen till the end of this video, because the truth I'm going to lay out today is foundational. If you have a significant other, you may want to share this video with them. You may want to copy the URL and send it over to them in a text. It's vitally important that both of you listen to today's morning motivation. If I could title it, it would be Disagreements Are Fine, Disrespect Is Not. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Mark, and I'm an author. I've wrote several books, and today's morning motivation comes from my book, Up Your Averages, a daily guide to improving the quality of your personal relationship. I've been in several relationships of merit and a few without merit. And throughout my life and throughout the course of navigating these relationships, I have learned a whole lot. You know, they say that wisdom comes from experience, and experience comes from making bad decisions. I have been in relationships where bad decisions were made by me, were made by my partner, and I have learned from every one of them. And the lessons I have learned, I have compiled in a book and set it up as a daily guide to improving the quality of your relationship. So I want to talk to you today about disrespect in a relationship. A relationship is built of two people, at least, ideally. And each of those people are individuals. They have their own thoughts, they have their own goals, they have their own likes and dislikes, turn-ons and turn-offs. And getting along together is sometimes easy when two people are matched. And sometimes they say opposites attract. So you got two opposite people in a relationship. And that all just leads to sometimes there being disagreements. The disagreement in and of itself is not a big deal. You're allowed to have different opinions. You're allowed to both want different things. You're allowed, from your perspective, to see what your partner is proposing as a bad idea, vice versa. I mean, ultimately, in a utopian relationship, you know, everybody would get along and everybody would agree. But in a real world relationship, it's not always the case. That's okay. What's not okay is when you disrespect each other. See, when you get into a disagreement, it erodes disrespect, not a disagreement, excuse me. Disrespect in a relationship serves to erode the foundation. You can think of it like the ocean. When there's a storm and then waves come rolling in on the shore, the water comes crashing in. When it comes back out, it takes land with it, takes sand with it. And after prolonged hours of the waves crashing on the shore, in the morning time you come out and there's less land. Well, disrespect acts the same way. It will erode the sacred ground of your relationship. It does damage that can't be fixed, or that takes a really long time to fix. Your relationship will never be the same after an episode of disrespect, just like the shoreline will never be the same after a hurricane or a tsunami or some sort of big storm. The good news is respect for each other acts as a seawall, and it protects the sacred ground of your relationship. few things not to do, no matter what's going on, no matter how you feel. You have to remember you're in control of your emotions. It's not your partner's fault if you get mad. Whew, I know some people don't want to hear that. It is not your partner's fault if you get mad. Mad is an emotion. You are responsible for you. You are responsible to control your emotions. You are responsible for how you respond to a situation, not your partner. And by the same token, you aren't responsible for your partner's response or their emotions. Having respect for each other acts as guardrails. Make sure you don't go too far. Make sure you don't go over the edge. A few examples. You never want to insult your partner. You don't want to call them fat. You don't want to call them stupid. You don't want to make fun of their lack of language skills. Maybe you're in a relationship with somebody from another culture, speaks a different language. They struggle with your language. You don't want to make fun of any of that. You don't want to do that. Something else you don't want to do is walk away while they're talking. When they're trying to explain something to you, when they're trying to speak their piece, speak their heart, you don't want to walk away. Another thing you don't want to do is you don't want to talk over them. Give them the opportunity to speak, just as they give you the opportunity to speak. You're not the only one that gets to speak in a relationship or speak in a situation where there's something going on and your emotions are out of control. That's cuckoo. Something else you don't want to do. It's all right to leave. Maybe you're fired up and you're hot and you don't know you'll be able to control what you say or do or whatever, and you just want to get out of there. That's okay to leave from time to time. Answer your phone. Don't let your partner call and you not answer your phone. You don't want your partner not to answer the phone if you call. You know, a great way to make sure you keep respect and context and respect and tact. You could pray with each other. You can put a conscious effort each day into making sure you show your partner that you appreciate them. Might do that by washing the dishes before they get home. Might do that by leaving a little note. Hey, I'm going to work, but I love you. Can't wait to see you when I get home. You might do that throughout the day by sending a text message or something. Hey, I'm thinking about you. I love you. You know, you may do that by filling up your partner's car with gas before they leave for work in the morning. Maybe the night before you drove the car, you know they're going to drive even in the morning. Go ahead and fill that up with gas for them. The more you do for your partner, the more you go out of your way to show your partner you appreciate them, the less inclined you're going to be to disrespect them in an argument, in a fight. The goal is not to hurt each other. The goal is not to punish each other. The goal is to love each other and to work together as a team. You are responsible for you. Think of respect and appreciation like a seawall that protects the sacred ground of your relationship. Overnight, the storm can blow. The waves can crash. The lightning can flash. The thunder can roar. It may be ugly outside. It may be nasty. Storm surge may come in. But in the morning, inevitably the night will give way to the morning. And in the morning, you come out and you see your seawall still standing. And you see the sacred ground of your relationship is still intact. That's the goal. But if you don't have respect for your partner, you don't have respect for each other, if you don't plant these seeds of appreciation all throughout the day, the weeks, the months, the years, you've got no seawall. With every act of appreciation, with every act of respectfulness that you give to each other, you put a brick or a sandbag in the construction of your seawall. The more that happens, the stronger seawall you got. The less of that happens, the less of a seawall you got. So I just want you to think about that this morning. If your relationship is important to you, you will be respectful. Period. If you love your partner, then you care about how your actions make them feel. You care about how your words make them feel. It's not all right to be in the relationship sometimes and not sometimes. Be in the relationship and respectful and nice when all is well, but to hell with it all when it's not good. That's a backwards philosophy. Disagreements are fine. Disrespect is not. If you got something out of this video, I appreciate if you like it and click subscribe. It comes from my book here. I'll put a link to the book in the description below. And as always, I appreciate you watching the channel, and up your averages.